welcome back to my channel, and I'm hoping I should do these type of videos a little bit more, because right now I'm just looking at this sort of picturesque scene on YouTube, and I've cleaned up today, that beautiful satisfying feeling where you clean up. I've got my candles on, the vibes are good, and I feel like it's when you really realise that, like, you lose someone in your life, for example, and you start to realise, even though it's kind of apparent potentially throughout a relationship, but it's not until you like really give your energy back to yourself, like your high value energy. When someone has like declined your high value energy because they can't attain that standard, you can really start to feel very like good about the fact that you just want to be in your own energy and your own peace. Like, it's such a satisfying feeling to be sad, because I just know how it feels. I've already practiced this shit. I'm not, you know, a teenager. I'm 26 years old. I know how to burn some candles and create a good vibe. Do you know what I mean? And I need that. What some would call a luxury. But that's just me vibing out. That's me being in my best space and me allowing my energy to be and to heal and to rejuvenate and to be pampered. Do you know what I mean? That is how I spiritually rejuvenate, and how I spiritually rest, and how I spiritually thrive. You know, it's imperative to have that energy. And it's like, to be honest with you, and this is why looks is so imperative when it comes to dating and stuff, rather than just personality is so important to look at when it comes to partners and stuff, rather than just looks, because someone can look great, but if they've got a crap personality and they're not able to meet your vibe, and they're putting you off your vibe all the time because they're just like narcissistic and they're like difficult. Like, don't get me wrong, narcissists can coexist with other narcissists, so they can create whatever vibe, you know, it can happen. Narcissists can create that vibe together where they can reciprocally sort of like manage their personality disorder. But if you know, are not that way, and it's going to bother you and it's going to inflict harm upon your peace, I would say this is just why it is just so imperative to avoid narcissists, in my experience, when it comes to life in general, if you're a non-narcissistic person, because it is just a necessity to be in your peace and to create that space. Whereas like narcissists just ruin everything. They ruin events, they just ruin the vibe and the energy, you know, because it's not about them. You know, they need shit to be about them, and you know, it's just not healthy to be around. Like, I keep talking about how I went into my grandma era, like before I started dating and stuff again, and chucked myself back on Tinder and all that shit. And I'm like, it's not necessary to maybe go full-blown grandma. I think it's fine to have my grandma tendencies, but it's literally not about just being grandma, but it's just about like being in my peace and really growing in my humanity to a degree where I live on this planet. There is so much stress that goes on this planet. There is so many obstacles and stuff to navigate. I have to indulge myself in the parts of life that it's necessary to indulge in terms of, well, I say indulge, it is definitely to a degree, but it's like you have to attain those things that keep your life as a human being within our human nature grounded, and part of that, and grounded should I say, and part of that is to avoid toxic people, because they just ruin everything. So, you know, I did a podcast this morning and I was just like, human beings are not robots. Like, you'd think that if you're traumatized, you'd just be able to like delete that. You can in theory delete that, you can fix it, but it's not quite as simple as you just delete it. Humans are very complex creatures and they need vibes, they need to rejuvenate their spirit. They're very like complex beings, you know what I mean? To sit down after having a good clean and just being in your space and loving that, it's just so pampering to the spirit. It's so necessary, and it's something that you just don't get around narcissists. So I think my camera, as far as I can tell, was going to run out in a minute. But it's a very short video, but I hope that it does hit, because I'm just in such a good vibe right now, and I'm hoping to continue that, because it really just can hit your vibe, and there's no reason why the vibes need to go down like ongoingly. You can maintain the good vibes, because I definitely did for a long time. But yeah, thanks for listening.